Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you had a good day. I really do. My throat is a little bit shot, guys, so I'm going to do my best to talk, but I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's a little scratchy from 2 5-hour streams in a row, I think. Yeah, so we'll just push on through. Shrouded Angel, how you doing tonight? Excuse me. I'm trying my best to get my throat is pissing me off, man. It's not just like I can hear a scratch. It's actually pissing me off. Hey Camel, Mata, Desert Rat, Chaos Eve, how you guys doing? Jen, WR, man, the Magister, Terry Diamandis, Monkey, and don't push out for the shouting just because your throat is sore. I'm doing my best, man. I'm doing my best. Ryan, Circus says, whispers, Monkey. Yeah, there you go. Circus. And Mr. Owen. I haven't been online much today, guys. Shit. And I forgot to plug my headphones in. That's fun. Not only did I forget to plug my headphones in, I forgot to shut this damn side off. There we go. Whew, man. Remember, least professional monkey on the internet. Kyler. Nico. Stop deep throating if your throat is sore. BG. I don't know how you hurt your throat, but that's not how I hurt mine. I'm not judging you, but just throwing that out there. Jaguar Spirit, hi, how's it going? John Kind. Anyway, yeah, I haven't been on the interwebs a whole lot. After my stream yesterday, I went to sleep, and although I woke up from time to time, I always just went right back to sleep until 8 o'clock. So I slept a lot, y'all. John Kind, Jacob Jet, hey, everybody. Uncle Sam. Whew, man. So my point being is I'm not real sure what went on in the world today, but we're going to learn together. There were a few stories from MSS News tonight that irritated the shit out of me. The one was about the OK sign. There's where's that at? Where was that? What school? I want to say it was in New York. Where's the fucking story? Why can't I find it now? We read it, and I read along, and now I can't find it. Well then. Huh. That changes what I was going to talk about a little bit, because I can't tell you. Anyway, so in the school yearbook, apparently there were, I think it was 38 different pictures where, oh, here it is. It was from MASH yesterday. There it is. The Oak Park and River Forest High School Board has decided to reprint the 2018-2019 yearbook after more than a dozen photos of students engaging in the circle game were discovered. Frank, how you doing, man? Dylan, the circle game. For those of you who don't know what the circle game is, I learned about this from my children because they used to play it. You hold an OK sign down by your hip, and if your friend looks at it, you get to punch him because it's a smart game. Ebony, how you doing tonight? God of Cheese says drunk monkey is best monkey. Oof. I don't know about best monkey, but it's fun from time to time. I won't be doing that again for a while. Poogie Nom Nom, Justin. Anyway, so they're reprinting it because people did this. They did it's a game. They know it's a fucking game. They know it's not racist, but they're reprinting it anyway, fixing the pictures or taking out the parts where you can see the OK sign. I'm like, John David, how's it going? Or Davis. Ooh, John Davis. I said your name wrong. Let's try that again. John Davis. There we go. They're spending $53,000 to get these reprinted. 53,000. Terry, thank you so much. I only ever knew about the circle game from Malcolm in the Middle. I didn't realize they played it on there. I never watched Malcolm in the Middle, and it's not one my children watched, if very often, if at all. So, click the OK, I mean like button. Yeah, that's the OK button now. Oof. Sorry, I had to yawn. Even with all that sleep, I'm still kind of tired. Yeah, the high school is going to pay Jostens $53,794. They're taking this out of their district furniture budget. So, I mean, no new desks and stuff. sorry, kids, you can't have desks this year because somebody made a fucking OK sign in the yearbook. And like, oh my God, they did that. Thank you for subscribing, Arthur. School board actually called a special meeting on May 20th to discuss the future of the current yearbooks. Dun, dun, dun. They've all been printed, but they haven't been distributed. So they're just going to, I guess, burn them. We're going to burn books because there's OK signs in it. Where was that one? Dude, I want to get this. There was a quote in here from I think it was one of the parents. Hey, Jack, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
I'm okay. Reading an article that annoyed me earlier tonight.
It's about the yearbooks that are being reprinted because of the OK sign.
Yeah.
Knew it.
Because it's fucking stupid. Here it was. I have to say the symbol has already been appropriated by white nationalist parent Todd Hansen said. These are not the times to be timid about this. It, in my opinion, will not look well regardless of the intent of the kids. In the end, I think 20 years from now, our kids look at this yearbook and understand why they were taken out. There will be a yearbook, and this is a great learning lesson for us all. Guys, the 5 minutes is up. If you want me to yell your name, you got to pay for it now. I'm not telling you to have me pay for it. Or I'm not telling you to pay me for it. I'm telling you to get your ass here in the first 5 minutes. The symbol's already been appropriated by white nationalists. Satsu, I think, said it best. It wasn't appropriated. It was given to him. It was started as a 4chan joke, and liberals everywhere like, I know it's a joke, but it's real. It's real. They're signaling to each other. It's a dog whistle.
Everything's a dog whistle. Dogs must be going crazy.
They must be, man, losing their fucking minds. Always. That's why their heads are always tilted just slightly to the side. You know what? He might be right about the 20 years from now that their kids will look back and go, "Phew, thank God." Because if this nonsense keeps going the way it is, 20 years from now, they go to get a job and somebody finds this yearbook, and instead of not only getting the job, they end up thrown in prison over it. Because that seems to be where we're headed.
Yeah. Well, soon you'll have to have like interpretive dance to express something because nobody else, there will be nothing that's acceptable. They find the most innocuous shit and say, oh yeah, that's totally racist. Yep, I totally believe that. I fucking hate people so much. They're so stupid.
Well, let me read this for you. Excuse me. Board member Matt Barron, who along with board member Tom Kofsky voted against reprinting the books. He said he went back and forth over the issue, but came to a decision after seeing the photos in question. What I saw provided me with the context that so many of us have lacked as this conversation has escalated on social media. Excuse me, sorry. Before viewing the photos, I fully expected a certain type of student, specifically white boys. Ain't that a little racist?
Oh, you can't be racist, power, privilege, blah, blah, blah nonsense.
Well, they mentioned earlier in the story that it wasn't just white kids. All kinds of kids did this. White, black, Filipino, whatever is in the school, because it's a game kids play. It's not, hey, we're racist.
Nope, games are white supremacy now.
But man, he knew it was going to be them white boys. I just look, specifically white boys. That's actually a quote, man. Specifically white boys. Now, it couldn't be the white girls. White girls are never racist. They are above racism because they have the vagina.
Well, yeah, that's magical, you know. There's something inherently pure about the vaginal bearers.
I don't like it. You're $50,000 they're spending to reprint these damn things.
It's such a waste of taxpayer money. I'd be pissed if I lived in that area. Oh, on the Streamlabs, thank you, Terry Diamandis. Bail money in case you accidentally made an OK sign in school.
Right. Thank you for supporting Jack.
Hell yeah. Appreciate it. Thanks to you guys, I got my tie rod fixed yesterday.
Nice.
In my car.
So you can drive safely, huh?
Well, I don't know about that. That's a bold statement, but yeah, in theory.
Now we have seen things where students have gone out of their way for pictures to be racist. And I still think they're joking when they do it. They think they're being edgy. But this wasn't anybody even trying to be edgy. This was made you look. Literally made you look.
Yeah, they're playing a dorky game that like elementary school kids play and middle schoolers. That's about as edgy as it got. It's the lamest kind of edgy, but granted, but it's not anything seriously offensive. I'm so tired of little things getting blown into massive upheavals by a bunch of weirdo cat people that have way too much free time on their hands and not enough things to do. You know, like real things like, I don't know, raise children or get jobs or commit suicide or whatever they should be doing that doesn't involve pestering other people over nonsense.
You know, and I don't mean to go in this direction, but that $50,000 was meant to be for furniture. And I don't know what they need there, you know. Maybe they need new desks, maybe they need a new lamp somewhere, and they're like, you know, okay, we can put that off. But how many poor kids could you have helped eat with that?
Yeah.
How many of them could have got, instead of a reduced lunch, a couple of months of free lunch? You know, you're spending it on a fucking yearbook instead. There is so much else that could have been done with that money. If you really don't need it for the furniture, which is probably a lounge chair for the faculty to fuck on in their faculty lounge.
That's their child molesting couches.
It's their child molesting couch. Jesus Christ. Couldn't you find something better to do with it?
Yeah, I mean, just let it go. I mean, okay, so maybe somewhere down the line, maybe hypothetically, some of these kids are going to regret that decision. We all regret shit we did when we were young. And to waste the money on this instead of, like you said, free lunch program or something like that, there's a dozen other things they could have put this money toward.
Yeah.
Maybe some scholarships if you want to waste the money.
Oh man, that article really annoyed me today.
It really should.
Did. Now, on the opposite end, an article that made me just laugh my ass off when we read it tonight. French mayor trying to start baby boom by giving out Viagra.
Oh, why?
Because a French mayor is trying to get a rise out of young couples and get them to move to his small village and start families, offering them free Viagra if they do. Jean Debussy, mayor of Montereau, a village just 650 people south of Paris, issued an official decree saying he was favorable to the distribution of small blue pills.
The like
pills.
Ecstasy?
Yeah, right. No. He wants to give them boners. Pills will be distributed to couples between the ages of 18 and 40 in order to give them the chance of conception and thus preserve the schools of the two villages, the decree reportedly stated. So he's got this idea to make people fuck. And my problem with this story and what made me laugh about it so hard is that the age ranges for giving these people Viagra is 18 to 40.
Well, they're already prime sexual times. Why would you need Viagra for that?
If somebody gave me Viagra at 18, I literally would have died of a hard cock. It would have been my heart needs that blood back.
I might run out of semen too.
Right. Christ, man, you should. What's wrong with the French people that at 18 they can't get hard, man?
Maybe it's because their chicks have hairy armpits.
Maybe, but you can, have them keep their arms down. I get it. We in a lot of the West, I mean, our birth rates are falling. They really are, and this is going to become a problem more and more in small cities.
Yeah, these things sort of work themselves out though, because Japan has had declining birth rates off and on for centuries, and all it does is just kind of shrinks, like everything contracts and then starts with boom again. So it's cyclical. I don't think it's going to be as big of a problem as everyone seems to think, because they're using it as an excuse to import people from all these dirt world countries that we don't want. But yeah, I mean, I understand what they're trying to do, but Viagra is not the way to do it. If you want to increase the birth rate, give people jobs that pay decently, and maybe Diesel Dave's right. Maybe the chicks are just fugly.
Yeah, thank you for the donation. Diesel Dave says because the chicks in the town are fugly. Even with that, I mean, okay, if the problem is they're not having sex, wouldn't porn be a better thing to spend money on?
Yeah.
Especially for that 18 to 24 bracket, because it's 18 to 40. Maybe you're getting into your late 30s, you're not feeling as much. Okay, maybe Viagra then. I didn't have that problem, but I hear people do, so maybe. But at 18?
Well, even at 40, I was still ready to go if a girl was, more than willing to drop trow and get it going. Be like, okay, hell, I'm that way now. But
come touch it.
Yeah. I'd understand if the guys were like 60 and their girlfriends were like 35, then maybe some sort of supplementary health thing so they could get free Viagra. But I don't really see this being a legitimate way to bring even people to move to your town. You want to offer like, hey, we have the best free porn around, like by the caseload. Here's some 1997 DVDs we found in a trailer somewhere.
The dirtiest porn you'll ever see. It just, on the opposite end of that last story, it's just stupid government money or spending.
Yeah. It's just wasteful, and that's what governments do when they get big. They waste money.
This one to me at least is funny because, like, really, that's your answer. Thank you, Diesel Dave. I'm 41 and still down to fuck in a second. Gotcha. I had to figure out what the DTF was. Gotcha. You better not be propositioning me. I like you, Dave, but not in that way. I think you're getting them jobs. That would be great. Maybe stop telling people that we're all going to die from a population crisis.
Yeah. Well, when people feel secure, they're more likely to have kids.
Yes.
You feel financially secure. You feel economically, basic survival stuff. I can't fucking talk today. What the hell?
You're not drunk tonight, are you?
No, okay. But the damn squirrels are running around and it's driving me up the fucking wall.
God of Cheese, thank you so much. Jack, shut up and chill. Show your stuff, Jack, I guess.
Okay.
There you go.
I was shutting up and copying the link.
This is France, man. Why aren't y'all fucking more? I feel like that should be. It shouldn't be that hard. Go out
No.
there, put your weenie in her vagina. You'll make a little baby.
And isn't France supposed to be like this big romantic place where people are always banging?
Yeah.
Like they're always saying like Paris is the city of love and the French people are such good lovers and bullshit like that.
I think they could probably fix this problem if they gave more French people soap.
Yeah, French people are kind of stinky sometimes.
Look, a lot of Europeans are, man.
Yeah.
All of the ones I've ever met are. Sorry, Europeans. I don't mean to be mean, but do y'all know what deodorant is? Do they sell that over there?
I actually talked to a couple Europeans about this one time because they were pretty stinky. And they said that, why do you have such an obsession with cleanliness and washing? And I said, why are you people so smelly?
Like, why y'all stink?
And then there was a large altercation verbally and some shoving, but they're tiny little Europeans and I'm gigantic compared to them. So it's like, whatever, dude. But yeah, I don't get it, man. They're a stinky bunch.
Heroic says not just soap, they need shampoo. I don't know what it is. Diesel Dave says, night fuckers. Night, Dave. Thanks for stopping by and thank you for your generosity, sir. There's already 8 billion of us. That's one. I think that's supposed to be, that's more than enough humans that we already can't look after. Who decides when there's more than enough people? I feel like natural selection would decide that.
Yeah, well, we would have a plague or something.
Yeah, go back to the late 70s. Jimmy Carter, man. That whole end of the 70s, it was like, we're all gonna die. There's not gonna be enough food, and population is way too big.
Yep, the population bomb. We're all gonna starve to death before 1995.
Yep.
But that didn't happen because we keep finding better techniques to farm. We create genetic strains of food that can grow in areas we didn't have access to before. Humanity will find a way to fix whatever problems it's got. Yeah. And obviously the best one would be to go to space. But the population can grow significantly and we'll find new techniques of creating food, like those weird little gelatin sandwiches made out of crickets for the third world countries to eat. I don't know. There's a lot of different things that factor into that. Besides, we usually have a good plague to kill off a few thousand people every year or so.
Yeah.
And there'll be a big one eventually. And thanks to global travel, it'll be a gigantic pandemic, way worse than the flu outbreak of 1916.
Random says we're preventing natural selection, though. You're not wrong. We are. We do save a lot of really stupid people.
Yeah.
That's not
warning labels, man. Take them
warning
off.
labels. Get rid of them. But no, I've heard this my whole fucking life. There's too many people. No, there's not. Shut up.
Yeah, if you have seen a small town, there's not too many people because we can feed everybody right now, and you're not stepping over somebody every 3 feet. You want to see too many people, you go to like Beijing or Tokyo, and you'll see what too many people looks like. Even smaller countries like Malaysia and Indonesia, their large cities are like people just on top of each other. But you go 20 miles outside the city, and it looks like there's never been a civilization there.
Well, like part of the problem in Japan is it's an island. There's only so much space there.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's only so much space everywhere. But if you look at like the population in the US, the vast majority of our people are concentrated in a couple of cities.
Yeah.
The rest of our land is just fucking wide open.
Yeah, I think that's probably true with a lot of countries.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Australia. The outback, that's gigantic. If they could find a way to terraform that, wow. I mean, they're already sitting on massive natural resources, but they could have an incredible population.
Random says, so concentration camps? Kind of. That's they do seem to hate the Jews in New York these days.
Yeah.
What else do we have going on in the world here? Yeah, I just Viagra to get 18-year-olds to fuck. What have you guys done to 18-year-olds?
Right? Well, they've beaten them down with this nonsense of self-loathing because they're white and they're privileged and all this other bullshit. All this social justice stuff screws with their heads, and they don't talk to each other. They can't communicate with outside of texting. They're all socially awkward. Well, the vast majority. I'm using that as a generality, but they're all screwed up. They're all nervous to be around each other.
Yeah. When I was 18, I just wanted to get laid a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I ended up with 3 kids, y'all. Actually, at 17, I wanted to get laid a lot, which is why I had my first.
I think Stunlock Joe might be onto something though. He said it could be a wine variant of whiskey dick.
Maybe.
They are kind of drunkies over there.
Just to me, the idea of needing to have any kind of outside stimulus for my dick at 18 is just like, wow, the fuck did y'all do to those poor kids?
Well, they're all afraid of getting Me Too'd in 30 years.
Well, Sarah just said the Me Too movement hasn't helped. Well, I would agree with that. I've talked about this many times because we've heard various different reports that people are not having sex as much as they used to. And you read these, you really don't need sex in your life. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You need to go get your hormones checked because that's not natural. We are a species that is pushed to procreate. I mean, it's our bodies actually, blood swells up into the parts of us that want that. And it makes it feel even better. It's like, it's what we're born for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And people are like, we really don't need to fuck. Like, then you're broken.
Yeah. Dylan said he's Australian and it's not one huge desert. Well, I don't know. I've never been to the Outback. Everything I know about Australia is from Romper Stomper and the Mad Max movies. And one of the Mad Max movies was filmed in Africa. So I don't know anything about Australia. You got a big thing called the Outback and it's not a restaurant. That's about all I know. I'm sorry. I just assume it's big desert from what I've seen.
Faithless says porn was far harder to come by back then too. That's not untrue. But by then, I mean, we already had VCRs and stuff, and most of us had dads with porn stashes you could get into. But for me, it wasn't even about the porn. It was trying to see girls I knew naked so that I could put my willy in them.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up in the internet age, but I imagine that even if I had, I might have beat off to porn in the morning and then banged a chick in the afternoon and then maybe beat off to porn in the evening. I was 18 for fuck's sake. My dick was always hard. Viagra gives a healthy male an inch in length and girth. All right. I feel like that would hurt. You ever wake up with a hurt boner, man?
Yeah, that sounds like swelling.
Yeah, it sounds like you actually might have stuck that in something you shouldn't have.
Or Lori Laughlin.
Yeah, there you go. Lori Laughlin's influencer daughter wants back in at USC. Lori Laughlin's daughter is reportedly desperate to return to the University of Southern California, even though she didn't want to attend in the first place. One-time influencer Olivia Jade Giannulli, is that how you say it? Giannulli?
I have no idea.
Became one of the most prominent faces of the college bribery scandal that has rattled the U.S. universities. A roster of people who blah, 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 nobody cares. Among the hardest hit was Olivia Jade Giannulli, who became a punchline and lost a number of sponsorships on her Instagram page. Olivia Jade wants to go back to USC, a pal tells Us Magazine. She didn't get officially kicked out, and she is begging the school to let her back in. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
But that may be a tall order. Her mother and father are accused of shelling out a whopping $500,000 in bribes to get her into her and her sister in. She knows they won't let her in, so she's hoping this info gets out.
She's trying to salvage some kind of reputation so she could get contracts again. Either that or she's got nothing left and it's like, well, maybe I should go to college.
We have to remember the reason she went to college was to party. And when the news of all of this broke, she was partying on the yacht of one of the directors or something of the school. So she was living it up big time there, man.
Yeah.
And now she's like, uh-oh, I have to go real life now. The funny part is, fuck this bitch. She was in on the scam. She should have been charged.
Oh, absolutely.
But no, poor little me. Oh, God, my fucking throat. I'm sorry, guys. I think 2 5-hour back-to-back streams, man. I think that fucked me up. Or 2 days in a row.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Did you have a hangover this morning?
No.
Oh, that's good.
I woke up like 3 or 4 times. Jack, from the time I said bye to you, I went and kissed my wife. I went and laid down in bed, and I officially woke up at 8 p.m.
Wow. Yeah, I caught part of Lords of the Night. You sounded a little rough on there.
Yeah, I was still waking up. I woke up a couple of times, used the bathroom, and one of those times I was smart enough to take my pills. So it's not like I went too long without my pills. So I actually slept pretty well.
Oh, good.
USC has said the academic status of students whose parents were allegedly involved in the college admission scandal was on hold and under review. They don't belong there.
Nope.
Why are you letting them in? Evolved Potato, thank you, over on the Streamlabs. I'm 18. I have social anxiety and going to psych to help, but I want to fuck constantly. Thank you for the donation. And yeah, exactly. Even if you can't, doesn't mean you didn't want to. I mean,
yep.
You know what you need? Okay, let's get back to France for a second. I want to help these guys out. What you need is whores. And I don't mean like actual whore. I mean sluts. You guys need sluts. Move a whole bunch of sluts into your town, and a whole bunch of dudes will come there and bang them. Bam. There's your population thingy. It's not a problem with hard dicks, man. It's a problem with access. I guarantee it. Have you ever seen her influencer, Lori Laughlin's influencer daughter influencing?
Is that code for blowjob?
Nope, it's code for this right here. Look how cute she is on a fucking yacht at a school she didn't want to go to.
She's a pretty girl. I mean, I'd have sex with her. She wouldn't do me, but maybe if I was an influencer, I could get some of that. But yeah, I mean, she's a spoiled little brat.
That's the problem I'm having here. That's the problem. Because look, you got in there, you know you didn't belong in the school. You didn't. Everything you have is because you were Lori Laughlin's daughter. Nobody gave a shit. You wouldn't have been, if you were just somebody who got into the school and it was because of your grades and shit, you wouldn't be partying on that yacht. You dirty bitch. I bet she can't even spell yacht, right? Bet she can spell
I don't know if I can spell yacht right.
Doggy Cam catches pet sitter naked on the client's couch. This one comes from Jack. Yeah. Our very own Jack motherfucking Cockring. Wow. A California woman hired a reputable independent contractor from the popular dog walking app Wag when she got a rather unpleasant notification from her doggy cam. Do people really have doggy cams?
You bet they do. Yep.
God,
it's like a baby monitor for sad childless people.
Dog people, I need you to listen to me just for a minute. I love you, and I know you love your dogs. But what the fuck is wrong with you? It's a dog. If you look like Pro Jared, you would get all the pussy. Just saying. Or Jesus Christ, I'm not sure what you meant to put there. No, looking like Pro Jared will absolutely ensure you don't get laid unless you have his money and fame. Because I guarantee you, old Pro Jared was not slaying bitches in high school. He was talking about slaying bitches while he was playing Nintendo with his buddies. There's nothing wrong with that either, but let's be honest, he's only a pussy magnet now because of that money. Not that women are attracted to money. Thank you, Uncle Sam. Friendly reminder for everyone to like this video. Indeed, everybody hit that like button. Tell the world. How many do we have watching? I don't even know tonight. Started a little late.
See, we have 99 watching.
Damn. It's kind of low. Everybody must be asleep.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just an off day.
I don't know. These things happen.
Middle of the week.
Rosie Brown initially felt confident about leaving her 2 dogs with Casey Brengel, I think is how you say that, who boasted 210 5-star reviews. But that confidence was shattered when Brown not only witnessed her sitter sitting naked on the couch, but saw a strange man in her home as well.
And then it got worse.
How do you think she got those 5-star reviews? Brown left her dogs. I'm sorry, hang on, guys. Man. Brown left her dogs, Penny and Daisy, in the woman's care to attend her cousin's wedding in Louisiana 3 weeks ago. The 26-year-old wag walker was to perform 4.5 days of house sitting and long walks for the dogs for an agreed upon $315. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Brown also informed Brengel about the doggy cam. When asked by ABC7 if she knew there was a security camera inside the home, Brengel answers, "I did." But on the day of Brown's cousin's wedding, that's a fuck up. She received an alert from the doggy cam. On the preview on the alert, it showed a man in our house, something I wasn't expecting. So I opened it up, and that's when I saw she was there with a man in our house, and they were going straight for the bedroom. Oh,
ew, they had sex on your bed.
She fucked on your bed. I hope she cleaned the sheets. Despite WAG's guidelines stating sitters, quote, should not allow any third parties into the home of the pet parents, Brengel's parents also visited. At one point, Brown witnessed Brengel laying naked on her new couch, which Brown had saved for 6 months to buy. It got hot, Brengel explained. As I've said, I don't like wearing clothes. Is that on her WAG profile?
Oh, I doubt that highly, but I'm sure it came up in the interview with the news media.
On top of being a poor house sitter, Brengel allegedly only took the dogs for 1 to 5 minute potty breaks instead of the customary 30 or 60-minute walks WAG offers, and cursed at one of the dogs for playing too rough. Really? She swore at the dog. How dare she?
Well, when it's sort of like when the cops arrest someone, you just throw the whole book at them and see what sticks. And she called my dog a mean name. That just tack that on too, because there's a pet lover right now that was the breaking point. Like, okay, maybe she gets hot, and maybe her boyfriend was a little saucy and insisted, but she called Fido a dickhead.
Right? She called little Penny a cunt. We've spoken to the pet parent and offered to pay for cleaning services and a locksmith. We've also agreed to reimburse her for any services provided by this pet care provider. Well then.
Well, if she decides to sue, there's DNA all over the place, apparently.
Right, no doubt. You should wash the sheets if you're gonna fuck on their bed. Don't fuck on their bed. Just do it on the couch.
Do it in your own fucking home. This is why you don't let people in your house that you don't very, very, very well know and trust.
Well, she was house sitting, man. She's kind of stuck there. He's got a boner. She's French. I mean,
well, they wouldn't be doing it if they were French, apparently.
Yeah, there's a picture from the cam on the one article, but I'm assuming there's video on the article itself. So I'll throw that into chat so you guys can see it. it's kind of blurred out, but you can see. I mean, they were getting ready to go at it, man. And it also bothers me that she got naked because does she have a full sleeve of ivy? That doesn't look very good because she's not a huge girl, but she got bigger upper arms, you know. And I can't tell if that's just the blur or if she's got a disease.
I couldn't tell, but I didn't find her attractive at all.
I didn't see her actual face. I didn't watch the little video that comes with it, but okay, guys, don't fuck in other people's homes unless they give you permission to. Don't sit around naked on their furniture because that's not. She's talking about how hot she was, and she's sitting there with her junky bits on this woman's couch. I feel like that's something Steam Master can't get out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, you're buying me a new sofa or I'm going to sue the shit out of your company.
Yeah, because that's going to smell like doggy walker badge for a while. Hi, Nuts. Yeah. How are you, sweetheart? Yeah, I don't let people into my house. Eric says he's going back to the strip club. I don't blame you. Make sure you got some ones, man. Where are you at that it's still open? Around here, they all closed down. I think at 2 because alcohol. Can't sell the alcohol from 2 to 6. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. You want to know something really weird? In Franklin County, in Ohio, there is a law that you cannot show areola after midnight. So you go into a strip club and it looks like a cancer survivor party.
Oh.
Because they all have those like flesh-colored pasties over their nipples, over the whole areola.
What happens at midnight? Is it like a gremlin thing?
Yeah, I think they're worried that people will get all sex nuts and retard strong under the influence of the booze. So I don't know what the exact logic was, but there were a lot of strippers and exotic dancers that protested when the law was being voted on. And I was right there with them because it just looks really weird, man.
Now, can you show the nipple still, or
nope? You have to cover all of the areola and nipples.
Okay.
At midnight and after, but before that, you can show it. But midnight, everybody's going to turn into a sex pervert because you're all drunk and sexed up.
Well, see, that's like the alcohol laws because when they make these things, after you can't do this after midnight,
Yeah.
There has to be a turn on point again too. So like sometime in that county, it's like, okay, it's okay to show nipple again. Who comes up with that time? Like what is it? Midnight to noon?
I think it's till 6 a.m. actually, but I'd have to look it up again. But it was a very controversial thing because there were people that wanted no nipples at all, ever. And this was their great compromise. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
No, it's as good as the Missouri Compromise. Man. All right. Can't show nipple. All right. No, but don't sit around on other people's furniture naked either, guys. That's disgusting. That part I am actually disgusted at.
Yeah, that's gross. It's bad enough she banged a dude in your bed, but then to sit around naked on your furniture and possibly leaking out juices or whatever. Oh man, that's gross. Well, don't be gross, people.
This is I don't mean to be gross here, people, but when this woman got back home, it is entirely possible she looked at her couch and there was a pubic hair there. That wasn't her own.
Yeah. I don't sit naked on my furniture.
No. Look, there are times that I do get naked and sit, but I wear a towel because I don't want any of my bits on there.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's times I can't like wear pants and stuff because it hurts my legs too much.
Yeah.
But then it kind of looks like I basically fashion a diaper out of a towel, y'all. And it's okay.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that because you're being sanitary.
As long as you're clean, as long as you don't dribble on other people's furniture. That's disgusting. Now, I can't remember if we talked about this last night or the night before on Lords of the Night. This one was from Sarah. Yeah, I'm just jacking Lords of the Night stuff tonight.
Yeah.
I should move over to MITAM because I see this was over there too. But this one came from Sarah. This is just such a fucked up story, man. We're doing fucked up story night tonight, guys. People who need to just be slapped. Forest Grove man stole daughter's cookie sale money to pay for erotic massages.
Wait, what?
A Forest Grove man stole $700 his daughter earned selling Girl Scout cookies. Used that money to finance an erotic massage and stage a burglary at his home to cover up the theft.
Wow.
Brian Davis Couture was sentenced Monday to 18 months of probation, 80 hours of community service, and restitution as part of a plea deal, according to the Washington County District Attorney's Office. He was also hit with a $100 fine. Thank you, Johnny Hellcat. Probably more than a pube on there. Gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, did she spill mayo or what? Do you think she didn't do it after they had sex? Oh.
That's what I'm thinking, man. Like,
no. Now you've ruined my night. What if she leaked his splooge all over that couch?
Yep.
I was hot. Couture initially told authorities someone had broken into his home and assaulted him, according to the district attorney's office. Officers found the home had been ransacked and saw blood strewn about. Couture had injured himself, and the blood was almost certainly his. His work laptop was damaged, and about $700 was missing from a jar holding his daughter's cookies earnings. Investigators found inconsistencies in his story and challenged it. He eventually told police he stole the money to pay for an erotic massage and then faked the robbery when he couldn't explain the missing funds.
This guy's an idiot.
You know, the reason I wanted to bring this one, he is an idiot. He damaged his work laptop. I'm assuming that means one the company gave him.
Yeah.
So let's see. You stole from your daughter. Couture is how I'm saying his name is Couture.
Sounds right.
Hotep was asking.
Oh.
So stole from your daughter, probably lost your job, and all you got out of it was an erotic massage. You got masturbated. But the worst part of this story, man, is it his daughter knows it was her dad, not only who did that, but what he did it for.
Yeah.
And all her friends know too.
Yeah. How do you recover from that as a kid? Like, you were never going to live that down. Hey, did your dad once, like, steal your cookie money to get a handy?
Right.
Like,
now, I'm wondering how many hands it was for $700, but still. How do you don't look, you'd have been better off saying you stole that money to buy crack.
It's less embarrassing to have a drug addiction than it is to steal from a child to get a hand job.
I know, right?
You're just a scumbag.
Hey, man, you're yeah. And he's not really getting punished. He's $100 fine and some community service.
Yeah, because probation's easy. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna go to the store.
Right. Oh man, I feel bad for his kid. I really do.
Yeah. If she was smart, she'd be like, he's not my real dad, he's my stepdad.
I'm going to live with mom. Oh man. Yeah, they don't say whether or not he's married or a single dad or whatever in that story, but I hope.
If he's married, he won't be for very long.
No shit, right? And if he has custody, he won't for very long if she wants it.
Yeah.
I just feel so bad for that girl. Again, they don't tell us how old she is, but she's in the Girl Scouts, so she can't be that old.
Yeah.
And her whole school's going to know that. Her whole fucking school, man. I wonder if the woman would have taken the money if she knew that or what it was for. Oh, probably. It's not her problem.
There's a thing where whores have very little standards.
No.
I mean, they are whores.
No.
It's crazy.
The hell you say?
I know.
Evolve Potato hit us up with some of the Asian goodness over on the MITAM there.
Ooh.
You'll like some of those.
I
Let's see.
Yesterday that were really good.
What is this? This is it's not a story, but it was sent over here, and we've talked about this a few times. So yeah, let's put this meme up on the screen. I believe it was Sarah who posted this up here. It's a little Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
We'll give vote for impeachment. Turns out to be we'll give head for advancement, which, by the way, she did. But let's not talk about that nasty bitch. There's some more. What do we got here? Oh, I'm looking. There's a I don't get hangovers, but this is cool tips for curing your hangover. Take a nice warm shower to open up your pores. Stay there forever. This is your life now. I did take a quick shower, but that was only because I got really fucking cold. I woke up one time and my body was like, no heat for you. I'm under a thick ass fucking comforter, which I always sleep under now. And yeah, I was shivering under this motherfucker. And it's like 70 degrees outside. And yeah, like, nope, I got to go heat up. I asked 5 fascism experts whether Donald Trump is a fascist. Oh, this comes from Vox. What do you think their answer is going to be?
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be a yes.
Let's see how psychic we are. Come on, Vox, your shitty website. Why does it take so long to load? It's becoming a common question with figures like neoconservative columnist Robert Kagan lobbying the accusation, declaring this is how fascism comes to America, not with jackboots and salutes, but with a television huckster, a phony billionaire, a textbook egomaniac tapping into our popular resentment and insecurities. Jesus. Kagan is wrong. Donald Trump is not a fascist. Wow. I stand corrected. Wow, they got it right.
I'm shocked by that.
This is a really long article. But apparently Vox says no, he's not a fascist, which is true. He's not a fascist, and that's moronic. Okay, I think I'm done with the news for tonight. Unless I get bored later, I'll come back to it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, there's another Olivia Jade picture. I forgot to show that. Damn, those are some short shorts. I like the short shorts, man. Do you like the short shorts where they cut them and the pockets are hanging out?
I kind of don't. I think it looks weird. It's distracting. I want to look at her legs, not her weird pockets.
I don't know. To me, I solidified my gaze. Like, I'd look there anyway, because I told you guys when I first see a woman, if it's from behind, I look at her ass. If it's from the front, I look at her crotch. I can't help it. I was born this way. Don't judge me. But yeah, there was a blog I used to follow, and the girl actually ended up having to shut it down because of all the shit she got over it. The name of it was something like Short Shorts Girl or something like that. Yeah, and she would wear like the short. She cut off all her own, always with the pockets hanging out, and she actually advocated for pockets out jean shorts. And like, that's a thing, but apparently it was. And there's some women who get very offended by it. What's your thoughts on Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie?
I haven't seen it.
Is that a thing?
I think so. I heard they were doing one.
There's my thought on it. Is that's a thing? No pockets. They're inverted Hoover flags. Oh, flag. Oh, said the wrong word. Flags. What's a Hoover flag?
I don't know. I know what the Hoover maneuver is. That's when they do the sucky sucky on your pee.
Ooh. So I got to look up Hoover flag. Democrats coined the term based on opinions of Hoover, such as Hoover blanket. A Hoover flag was an empty pocket turned inside out. Oh, okay. Pulled out from the top, inside out. I got you. No. They still keep them tucked in, man. They don't pull them out. No pockets in booty shorts are sexy. I mean, I see the appeal of both. I really do. But there's just something. Okay, I'm gonna just put it out there. If you don't take the pockets out, it seems kind of like you're a dumb bitch. Because like you should try to get those away so it doesn't, it's not breaking up lines and stuff.
Yeah.
Which makes me think you're a slutty dumb bitch, which means I could probably get my dick in you.
Yeah.
Because dumb women, man, dumb women put out a lot. You can just tell them just the tip and they'll let you put the whole thing in.
Like, that tip is really big.
Wow, the tip goes all the way to the bottom. Man, anyhow. So what have you been up to today, Jack?
Not a whole lot. Had to take my car over, and then I went and borrowed someone else's car to run errands. Did some laundry. Avoided talking to some meth heads for a while. As small children ran around unattended and unsupervised. Let's see what else to do. I didn't do a whole lot. I tried to get stuff done, but it was one thing after another. It's one of those days.
Well, I hate any day where you got to get car work done. Usually when we have to get something done, we'll take the van up. My son will drive us home, but then you're pretty much stuck at the house. And yeah, I know I live in my house, but there's a difference from living here and being stuck here.
Yeah.
Those are two entirely different things. If you drive and then your car goes down even for like a day, you suddenly realize how much or how nice it is just to have that option. Because I remember times where like our car would break down and we literally sat in the house for 2 whole days doing nothing. No reason to go anywhere. Didn't care. But as soon as that goddamn car broke down, man, it's like, I need to go somewhere now.
Yeah. I always have the problem that not only do I want to go somewhere as soon as the car's out of order, I need to go somewhere.
Right. Yeah. There's also that.
Like, oh, I'm out of groceries and I'm 5 miles from civilization. Lovely. Or worse, I'm in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
That's where Kenny lives.
My wife heard me singing that song and she'd seen it on South Park and she goes, Is that a real song? I'm like, yeah, that's absolutely a real song.
Yeah, I didn't know that the first time I heard it too. I was like, wow, that's kind of catchy. And my mom was like, that's a real song.
I grew up listening to that. It was written by Mac Davis and most popularized by Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
And Mom was a big Elvis fan, so I heard that many times. But then when I was dating this girl in high school, the rich girl, her family had a jukebox, man. And that song was on there. And it was all her mom and dad stuff, so she didn't know any of the songs, but it was all the shit I grew up listening to. So nice. I used to go over there and just turn on her jukebox and play with the slot machines and, both figuratively and literally.
Yeah, I figured that's what you meant.
Once in a while. No, they did. They had like they had 3 slot machines in their house.
Ironically, so did she.
Indeed. But yeah, she also had a pool, man. Pool and a hot tub.
Damn.
Yeah, I told you she was a rich kid. Her parents did not like the poor kid coming around their daughter. You should see what I do to her when you're not looking.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. Is that the squirrels?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's why it drives me up a fucking wall. It's a lot louder where I'm at too, and I'm wearing headphones.
Wow. How'd they get in?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out. Probably the same way that cat keeps getting in.
Oh, yeah. If there's a cat getting in, there's a hole somewhere.
Well, I do have to leave the door open occasionally because I do home repairs here. Instead of paying rent, I take care of the place.
Sure.
So when I'm doing home repair, the door's open, like propped open for a while or something like that, because I got to take stuff in and out. So I think that's how the cat gets in. And then he just hides so I can't see him. But I do not know how these fucking squirrels got in, and I do not know how to kill them. I have tried so many things, but my new trap's going to be here in a day or two, and I'm hoping that'll work.
Yeah, all of the things I can think of are probably animal abuse, so I don't want to say them on air.
Yeah. I'm trying to get humane traps, but
Ryan
I'm not
says,
getting a snake, Ryan.
a snake. Yeah, suddenly the snake's bigger than you and you're its next meal when all the squirrels are gone.
Circa Zero, the pitter patter of small feet. It is not sweet. It's obnoxious, especially if I'm trying to sleep. And you just hear skitter, skitter, skitter right over your freaking head. It's not my cat, Eric. It's a stray. It lives in the barn. Or the garage, technically. It's just a shitty old shed.
Oh, Hellboy's coming to DVD, is it? Oh my God, that ended up with a Rotten Tomato score of 16.
Wow.
Ouch. That is, oh man. The audience score was 59, so that's a little better, I guess.
That's not that much better. That's still like a D-.
Jesus. IMDb gives it 4.5 out of 10. You know, just the look of that, it didn't look good at all. It didn't. It looked stupid. It looked like they watched the old one and they're like, I think I have jokes that'll work here.
Yeah. Well, a buddy of mine said they marketed it very poorly and it's a lot more like the comics. I was like, nah, it still looks terrible. And he's like, yeah, but you should go see it. It's really good. And I didn't. And one of our other friends was like, yeah, that movie was shit, dude. He talked me into going and it was terrible. So I'm going to go with that assessment.
That's just misery loves company right there.
That's what my thinking was too.
If I have to watch or I have to see this, you have to see this. That happened to us the other day on our game stream. We were getting it all ready and stuff. And Sinatra goes, what in the hell? I'm like, oh God, what? He goes, I'm going to show you. Oh no. And then he shows us. And it's this woman next to this other woman's ass. And she's pulling out what looks like 5 feet of taffy. I'm like, and it looks like taffy. It's pink. Like, what? Why? And he goes, I had to see it. You had to see it. Like, God damn you. Wow. Hellboy only made 40 million at the box office.
Oh, they had to have lost money on that thing.
The budget was 50 mil.
Ooh, plus marketing's probably another 50.
Man.
That's a pretty hefty loss.
Yeah, that'd be the last Hellboy we see for another 20 years. Which probably isn't the worst thing.
No, if it's not good, don't make it.
I just nothing about that looked good to me. It really didn't. I'm one of those people you can sucker with trailers. It's like that looks so good according to the by the trailer, and then I go watch and I'm like, this is bullshit. And I should learn by now. Because like I don't like Godzilla at all. The story of it, none of it ever appeals to me.
Yeah.
But I saw the trailer for it it was one of the trailers at Endgame. I will say this: if you go see Godzilla, try to see it in 3D because I look fucking awesome in 3D. But I was like, I want to go see that, and I'm like, I don't care about Godzilla at all. The fuck is wrong with me? Yeah, but it looked really cool. You know why? Because trailers make it look good.
Yeah, if they don't make the movie look good, it's a terrible trailer.
Well, you ever go back and watch the trailers from like the 80s and stuff.
Yeah,
They're not very good. They don't look like very good movies. And
that's
some of
true.
them are great, but it's just different how they did it. Can we get a Captain Carrot movie? What the fuck's a Captain Carrot?
Captain Carrot and the Zoo Crew. It was an all anthropomorphized animals. Captain Carrot's a bunny rabbit that has like Superman type powers.
Oh,
And I would be ecstatic if they did that because it would be hilarious.
no one says you don't need to like Godzilla to enjoy monsters beating the crap out of each other. I'm not a big monster guy. Look, I'm not a big monster guy. I'm not a big pirate guy or ninja guy. Yeah, there's a lot of things that people, don't you want to go see? Oh, not really. Like, it's got to be done just right. Batik? What is that? Bat Batich. Looks dope. What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
You're my person who knows this kind of stuff.
I'll look it up real quick.
Now I put that into my search and it said, "Did you mean bad bitch?" And I'm like, "Sure, I mean bad bitch." And it brought up
Show me some boobs.
well, no, it brought up this. There's nothing. Okay, nothing you can identify with myth on the screen. I like what she's wearing there. I don't know who she is. Don't really care.
Yeah, she's very pretty. I would like to do bad bitch things to whatever her name is.
Yeah. Apparently, she a bad bitch, yo.
Oh, I think he meant Batwoman, Bat bitch.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that the spelling of that threw me off.
That bitch. I get it.
Yeah, that'll be terrible. Detective Chimp show would have been way better.
I don't know what that is.
Detective Chimp, he's a really smart monkey that's a detective.
Huh.
It's literally that straightforward.
Oh, dear God. I listened to just a couple seconds of Bad Bitch and it made me hate myself.
Regrets. That's why you don't talk to him.
I can't. I can't listen to really high pitched things, and that is a really high pitched song. Wow. I never watch trailers, so they can't sucker me in. I love trailers, though. Me and Lady Monkey, we actually have an issue when we sit down to watch movies together. Like, especially back when we would rent movies, when that was a thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch all the trailers, and she wanted to skip forward and just get to the movie. I'm like, I want to see what's coming out. BJ and the Bears, thank you so much. I was referring to Batwoman. Yeah, Jack figured it out. That we talked about that last night. I don't think, was it last night, night before? It looks like trash, but from what I know of the origin, it looks like the origin. So,
It'll probably be pretty close to the comic at first, and then it'll dive right headlong into social justice.
Well, I feel like from what I read of the comic, it's already there.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned that you thought that like the aesthetic of it looked kind of bad.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be better with a better aesthetic, or it's still going to be the same shit?
It'll be the same shit, but it'll be easier to watch.
We've dressed up this turd for you to make it look like a beautiful woman.
Exactly.
A flamingo in an Illinois zoo had to be put down after a child threw a rock at it. What a dick.
Yeah. Man, beat your kid more often if they're doing shit like that. That's serial killer stuff.
Why the fuck would you throw a rock at it?
Because kids are assholes.
I used to watch the trailers when I rented videos, but now that I have to actually go out of my way to see a trailer, I don't bother. Well, you know what pisses me off? Like when I go watch a trailer on, like I watched Batwoman the other day, and there's a fucking ad before it.
Yeah, I'm watching 2 ads.
I'm literally trying to watch an ad here. The fuck are you giving me an ad for an ad? At the very least, make it an ad for the same fucking thing. Give me a Batwoman ad on the Batwoman trailer.
What if they just showed you the trailer as the commercial and then the trailer again? I would
Excuse me.
actually
So
be kind
sorry,
of
guys.
pissed off about that.
I keep having to clear my throat because my throat is fucked up. I don't. If human titty suddenly started obeying the laws of anime titty, women all over the world would end up knocking themselves out with their own titties. I can't disagree with that logic.
Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate to me.
Plus, their titties would get all squished and weird looking at times.
And there'd be little steam clouds coming out of their heads when they're angry.
Are you a anime fan? I can't remember if we've ever discussed it.
No, I've seen a few, but it's not my thing. I don't like the aesthetics of the art style, if that makes any sense. Because there's a very specific, like the over exaggerated look of the faces where they get the big wide mouths and the streams of tears coming out of their eyes and
Yeah.
the big round eyes. It kind of creep me out a little bit. But no, I just never got into anime. There's been a couple of them I've liked, but that's just not my thing.
For me, that's what it is exactly. It's the aesthetic. I can't. What? Oh, well, we're gonna have to talk about this in a second. It's the art style, and even ones that are well dubbed, it doesn't. It's not right. I've spent my whole life watching animation get better and better to the point where you actually have the words. It looks like they're coming from their mouths. You know?
Yeah.
And in anime, it's a ma, and I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, like I can watch cartoons because it syncs up better, like you said. But anime is just the over the top emotions, the weird aesthetics. There's a lot of things there I just don't like. So I have nothing against people that like that, but it kind of drives me nuts.
Yeah, and I understand because Satsu's always telling they have such great stories. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I'm just never gonna watch it because I can't. I try. The closest I ever got was watching Pokemon. That's just because my kids were watching it. It was on TV, so that's what I sat there and watched with them.
Yeah.
And even that, there's times where like Misty would be yelling and her mouth is just going open and closed. There's no shape to it at all. It's always the same shape as she's saying different words. Like, fix that. we're well beyond the ability to do that. All right, I was scrolling through my Twitter and I shouldn't have. I apologize for what we're about to read.
Oh no.
Middle school students allegedly. Middle school students allegedly fed urine and semen-filled crepes to teachers.
I think I sent you that one.
Oh, I didn't even see it in the thing. This just popped up because I follow the post. So I'm sorry I missed your story. This one comes to us from Jack the motherfucking Conrad.
Oh, I don't care. I just think it's funny because I was like, yeah, I read this earlier.
Worst class ever. A group of middle school students in Ohio allegedly served urine and semen-filled crepes to their teachers during a gourmet cooking competition and are now being investigated by local authorities. The stomach-churning meal went down Thursday at Hyatt's Middle School in Powell. The teachers involved were reportedly judges for the cooking contest, which happened during Global Gourmet class and was captured on video. Oof.
Yeah.
Several students allegedly put urine and/or semen in the crepes and fed them to faculty members. Investigators were probing the incident. You said the same thing over and over. A lawyer for one of the students asked the public to use, quote, caution before reaching any conclusion. Quote, the incident easily could have been a prank that may have been mocked up for the purpose of creating a video. We don't know if the urine or semen was ever placed in anyone's food. I don't know how the schools would know that. Well, test their stool. The safety and security of our students and staff is of utmost importance, read a statement from the school.
Is it
Apparently not. District leadership and local law enforcement are conducting a thorough investigation into this incident, and anyone found in violation of school policies will be held accountable for their actions. Don't fuck with people's food. That's so nasty.
Well, that was done in a movie. It was Van Wilder.
Yeah, I remember that with the donuts and
Yeah.
don't fuck. Anytime I hear about something like this, it's just don't. It's nasty. Why
Well,
the fuck are you doing that?
it's a great way to give somebody a VD. I mean,
Sure. Now, when I worked at McDonald's, man, that was a big thing. There was this chick tried picking up something she dropped on the floor and just making him like, what the fuck are you doing?
5-second rule.
Somebody's gonna put that in their mouth, you shit. A crepe load, nice crepe load. What a load of crepe, you guys. What would you? Okay, Jack, you're the teacher here, and you just found out one of these boys served you semen. What do? Hey, Cynic, have a good night, man.
After I have sex with his mom and film it and then post it on YouTube, I would probably beat the ever-loving fuck out of him. Like, I honestly do not know how I would act, but it would probably be like some heated moment, rage-filled passion, because that's my legal defense, because I would be pretty lit up over that. That's why I learned early on, because I worked in mental health before I got my teaching certification. You don't eat anything a kid gives you.
Fair enough.
It's just that these people are foolish for doing that, because you can't trust kids. They're evil.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Potato just said. As a teacher, I don't eat food prepared by the students. Yeah.
It's just exactly like Terry said. It's just common sense. You have to take a certain level of precaution. It's that prisoner and guard dichotomy. They are the enemy, and you need to keep an eye on them at all times, because they are out to get you, and they will shank you like a motherfucker. So be on your toes at all times around them. Same reason you don't have a closed door session with a female student, because you're going to get accused of something. Maybe not by that kid, but by one of their friends.
The sheriff's office tells us there are lab tests underway to verify the substances involved. Ew.
You know how they found out? One of the female teachers was like, "This tastes like Jimmy."
Right. Oh, God. Potato, yeah, I've seen that picture of Michelle Obama before. That's a disturbing one. She's a dude. We all know it. Those children are adopted. She got a dick.
She's got a dicker.
She's got a dick. She's got a teeny weeny. And look, if that's what our former president wants to marry, that's his business. I'm no one's judge. Nevada passes national popular vote bill, and they're doing it too, huh? Well, good luck to them. I mean, you give it's up to them how they want to spend their electoral college votes. But if you want to give them all to California, that's your business.
Yep.
I still think it's going to be great, because if everything goes like it should, like history tells us it will, Trump will win the popular vote, which means California is going to have to vote for Donald Trump. Which will make me happy. Because of all of this, Trump could have like the biggest electoral landslide since 84. Who was it? Mondale.
Oh my God, I would laugh my ass off if it was like that.
Yeah,
if that happens, it's gonna be so great.
Well, I mean, how many states are this now? Like 12 or so have signed on to this shit. And most of them are smaller states, but California is the big one there. And it's been a while since a Republican has won California. You're just going to give all of those to? Good job.
And if it's enough to push him over the amount that he needs to win, Do you know how bad the press is going to freak out? Oh, but glorious.
And we're not going to be able to know what happened until, because of the way they're doing this, it's not like we can count the electoral votes all night long like we've been able to do every other election. We'll have to wait to see who gets that popular vote. And it'll be like, California voted for Trump. That'll be so fucking, I will laugh my ass off. Especially if it turns out that if they hadn't have done that, whoever the Democrat was could have won.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Florida's going to be a statewide Jamestown. I don't know.
Well, they're going to get killed by Indians?
It says the minute Florida has to vote red, there's going to be a state of mass suicides.
That's Jonestown, yeah. Yeah, I thought you said Jamestown.
Oh, that's what's written there.
Oh.
Yeah, Jamestown is the one that just disappeared. Right? That was the Indians?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jonestown is the one where they drank the Kool-Aid and all died.
Yeah. Jamestown and Roanoke, the lost colonies.
They didn't all drink the Kool-Aid. Some of them were shot in the back of the head, Hillary style.
Yeah, they were sad.
They were very sad.
Those were clearly suicides.
Clearly. Fuck me, man. Headwind for re-elections are severe. Rural Iowa ponders alternative. I don't even know what's going on with politics. I did see that our old friend Ed Krasenstein put up a poll asking who people would rather vote for, Biden, Trump, or neither.
Yeah, I voted in that.
Yeah. 36,000 people voted in that, and Trump won overwhelmingly.
Yeah, I clicked Trump just to piss him off. Because one more. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and he took the poll down. He didn't just stop. He took it down.
Of course he
Little
did.
bitch.
He's a pussy.
He's a cunt. And he's been throwing a fit ever since. He actually put up a poll from somebody else showing that Biden could beat Trump. What happened to your poll, bitch? Oh, man. IRS memo. Trump tax docs must be given to Congress unless executive privilege. There's no story there. It's just a headline. I hate when Trump does that. Or not Trump. Trump. Drudge. There we go. Confidential draft IRS memo says tax returns must be given to Congress unless president invokes privilege. They're right, technically, because there is a small law. We've been over this small law that gives Congress the ability to look at anyone's taxes. And that needs challenged. It does. It needs challenged in the courts because that is a violation of the Fourth Amendment. Fourth Amendment? Fifth Amendment?
Fourth,
I forget.
Legal
Amendment,
search and seizure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good luck with that, IRS and Congress, but that needs revoked. Congress is not above the law either. That's what I keep hearing. President Trump's not above the law. You're right, but neither's Congress.
Oh, no, that's a hate fact, sir.
I know. Me and my damn hate facts. My chest feels heavy, man.
You're having a heart attack, or?
No. Like, I don't know. It's a weird. It's not internal. It's the muscles on the outside.
Oh, were you coughing?
Fuck, dude. I don't know what I did in my sleep. I haven't been coughing today. I've cleared my throat several times and had to cough it out. You should make a poll. Who would you vote for in 2020, Ed or the other one, and send it to them? Ed or the fat, ugly one? Yeah, that would be great. And the only respondent would be their mom.
Yeah,
she picks Ed.
Put it like Ed, in quotes, the stallion, Krastenstein, and what's the other one say? Brian, the puffy one.
The puffy one. Man, Yeah, you know what? Maybe that is what it is. Jack, I just had to do it again. My throat's fucked up. I have a concussion. Why is the Pentagon interested in the UFOs? Because if the aliens come down, that's a dumbass question.
There's obvious reasons for that. I can answer that right now without even looking at an article.
U.S. Navy pilots and sailors won't be considered crazy for reporting unidentified flying objects under new rules meant to encourage them to keep track of what they see. Shouldn't they do that anyway?
Yeah, but they actually will punish you for reporting that in the military because it's considered like you're a weirdo.
It says, yet just a few years ago, the Pentagon reportedly shut down another official program that investigated UFO sightings. What has changed? The U.S. military finally is coming around to the idea that alien spacecrafts are visiting our planet? The answer to that question is almost certainly no. Human misinterpretations of observations of natural phenomenon are as old as time and include examples such as manatees being seen as mermaids and driftwood in a Scottish loch being interpreted as a monster. Did they just say the Loch Ness monster is not real?
Well, that's what they're claiming, but I
That's
don't
some
believe that.
bullshit.
Yeah, there's totes of monster in there.
A more recent and relevant example is the strange luminescent structure in the sky caused by a SpaceX rocket launch. In these types of cases, incorrect interpretations occur because people have incomplete information or misunderstanding of what they're seeing. Well, I still feel like, dude, I just saw something really fucking weird up here.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like, you're going to jail now, sir.
I read an article on this because this is a few weeks old, I think. But the Navy's pushing this to allow pilots to feel more comfortable because it's an actual hazard. You know, you could actually fly into a foreign vessel. UFO just means unidentified. It
Right.
could be like a Russian experimental vehicle, and we need to know about that, you know, just for national security reasons.
Well, yeah, it just feels like, I mean, I get what you're saying and why we need to, not necessarily even identify them, but at least be able to report them. But the idea that we, in the past, would be like, no, sorry, you have to go to jail now. Boring looks like your eyes are starting. I don't know what that's about. Apparently there's a little arguing in the chat there.
Oh, that'll happen. Yeah, but you know, there could be some kind of weather phenomenon. It could be a national security issue because you need to know who's flying what around the area. New experimental vehicles, plus the different branches of the military need to be able to talk to each other about, hey, we're testing a ship over here. Don't fly an F-14 through it.
And what if it is aliens?
Well, then we definitely need to know about that. Because that's an actual existential threat.
They're coming from the dark side of the moon, and yeah, they've had enough of our shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could be time traveling Nazis. I don't fucking care what it is. We need to know. We need to be able to let the pilots radio back and say, "Hey, there's something funny going on here.
Time to get Will Smith
back up.
Get Will Smith up here. We need him."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Peter said pilots have lost jobs after reporting UFO sightings, and that's been true for like 50 years. You get ridiculed, and then you lose any chance of advancement. You might lose your job, and you might actually be reporting something that is actually dangerous, like bizarre weather phenomenon, or electromagnetic field, or something like that. Ball lightning that could short circuit some of your equipment. Whatever. It's something that they should be able to report. Just because you don't know what it is doesn't mean you need to be mocked. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're right. That just makes sense to me. Because even, I mean, especially as we get into the age of drones,
yeah,
it would be so easy just to get a drone somewhere that it shouldn't be,
Yeah.
which is a danger to the pilots.
Yeah, and we've had like situations where birds have flown into jets and blown out an engine. Somebody
Yeah.
could do that with a drone intentionally and bring down a ship. So if a pilot sees that, he needs to be able to say, "Hey, there's something weird going on here." I don't know. It seems like these are obvious things that should be a concern.
Sorry to change the topic. Ice-T calls out Amazon after he almost shot one of their delivery drivers. Ice-T has a suggestion for Amazon. On Tuesday, the rapper took to Twitter to explain an incident that occurred at his home Monday evening. The 61-year-old star said he almost shot an Amazon courier who was delivering a package at his place on Monday because the individual wasn't wearing a uniform. Quote, a message to Amazon. Now that you have regular people making your home deliveries, maybe they should wear a vest with Amazon delivery on it. I almost shot a MF creeping up on my crib last night, just saying. Does Amazon do nighttime deliveries?
Yes, I've had that happen to this exact thing happened to me. Dude dropped off a package at 5 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And it's fucking pitch black out. And I heard somebody creeping around in my driveway, and I walked out there with a gun, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm delivery. How do I fucking know that? You're driving a rusty old minivan. Fuck you, dude. I don't know who you are. Just because you got a box in your hand doesn't mean it's not shit out of my garage.
Didn't Amazon just come out and say that they were actually offering people $10,000 to do their own startups for delivery?
Something like that.
Yeah, so they're trying to get even more people shot.
Somebody will get shot doing this. And they need to set some kind of standard. Like, get the big magnet things that you put on your car, have a uniform, some kind of ID. Otherwise, somebody's going to get shot over this because these third-party groups, they're so fly by night. You can't tell who's up to no good and who's not.
Yeah, and that doesn't necessarily tell you because getting those things is pretty easy to do, but at least it give you a hint.
Yeah, it would give you like at least the possibility that they're not trying to rob you, and maybe you won't shoot them on sight because somebody comes on my property, I get a little jumpy, you know. I'm a little trigger happy, maybe, but I like waving my guns around.
I just like it's Ice-T. I was shot a motherfucker. No, you wouldn't. Shut up.
I bet he doesn't even own a gun. He probably owns like one of those little airsoft guns.
What? Wait. This bikini comes with a warning for poolside posing only.
What, no swimming?
I don't know. This bikini isn't a bathing suit. Isn't bathing suitable. A 22-year-old woman from Swansea in Wales was appalled when her new teal swimsuit from Pretty Little Thing bled blue dye when submerged in water. I wore it to the spa at my gym, and I had a shower in it before entering the sauna and noticed the dye running down my legs. Luckily, I was the only one there. I was stained blue, and it destroyed my towel. She reached out to the website and said, on the website, it does say that the set shouldn't be worn in water.
What the fuck, man?
Well, look, I mean, if that's what it actually says, that's on you.
Yeah, but why does that even exist?
Because there's women who just pose.
It's like the Furby of clothes.
Tell me there aren't Instagram models out there who have their only for picture bathing set.
That's true.
Faithless says, good thing it was not red. Yeah.
Cigar Chomping Penguin said that he can confirm they are outsourcing deliveries Uber style.
That's what I thought. I saw a story about it the other day. Yeah, this woman went to Twitter to trash these people. Oh my God, what a joke! One commenter wrote while another joke that the skimping suit should be filed under IG costume wear. Well, yeah, that's what it was. I mean, you want to see the suit, Jack?
Sure. Is it sexy?
It's all right. It's looks like a throwback to the late 80s, actually.
Yeah, it's. I'd bone a chick wearing that. But that, yeah, wow, that's some serious discoloration.
I feel like you should, if it's going to bleed like that, you should probably wash it before you ever wear it like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, let that soak overnight and see if it get that straight color out. That's pretty horrendous.
She's going to get a blue cooter.
Yeah. Like when you eat a blue lollipop and your tongue turns blue, that's going to be her vag lips.
She's going to have blue lips. Baby, are you cold? Your lips are blue.
Mr. Dax, take the bikini off first or you'll get literal blue balls.
Right? I feel like, I mean, if you're wearing that, you're going to sweat. And I mean, even without a massive amount of water, that's going to stain your badge, ladies. Ladies, when you go out there to buy your swimsuits this year, make sure you're not buying something just meant for an Instagram whore.
Yeah. Wow.
Who was alive in the 80s? Answer, nobody.
Just going for the Smurf look. Good one, Ryan.
It's Smurfette in her badge.
Well, maybe if she was really short, that'd work. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. Everything's crazy.
It's this world, man. I feel like that's her fault. That's your fault. You should read the warnings. Oh. All right, Jack, we got to do this one. Ashley Graham and sister Abigail star in swimsuit campaign together. Sounds kind of hot, right?
Are these the Siamese twins?
No, that's Ashley and Brittany.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God. That was you. I thought you were setting me up for something terrifying.
Is it Ashley and Brittany? I forget their name. No, one of them's Brittany. There you go. The pair donned a number of looks from the summer 2019 capsule collection for a shoot on the beaches in Punta Cana. Despite our 6-year age difference and busy lifestyle, my little sister and I. Which one's the little sister? All right, that's not nice.
I was being quiet.
The one chick on the left, she's probably too big for most people, including Jack.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably a little too, but the one on the left, that's nice. The one on the right, and I'm not even okay. She's a little big, but that outfit, man, that looks like somebody pulled down curtains and wrapped it around her.
Well, they couldn't find a tarp in time.
I didn't say puta, I said punta. It's Punta Cana. I was not swearing at you in Spanish. Oh God. Let's find one more. What? Wait, where was that? Where did that go? Shoe condoms are here to protect your footwear this summer. Those have existed for a long time.
They were called bread bags when we were kids.
No. Dude, it looks like a literal condom that you roll under your shoe.
What? Why can't they just put bread bags on like every other poor kid?
Because, man, you can't be on Instagram with bags on your feet. Faithless said I thought she was pregnant. I don't know. It's just a big girl. Oh, God. Jack, my friend, thank you for coming and hanging out with me tonight.
Yeah, no worries.
I think I'm going to wrap this up and go back and crawl into bed. Because I spent 13 hours sleeping yesterday, so I need some more of that stuff.
You're tired out from all the sleeping.
Oh, man, I'm worn down. Actually, I think I need to like get up and exercise. I know I need to get exercise again because I shouldn't get worn out sitting in a chair. Like, oh my God, it reached over my desk. I need a nap. The volume button's way over there and I had to touch it. Takes foot fetish sex to a note. Oh man. That's nasty. Don't put feet inside you. Although I've seen on the Christian Science Monitor that you can find that online if you want to.
Yeah, that chick is never going to be pleasured ever again.
Not without some sutures. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. I'm sorry about my voice and my low energy. I am tired and my voice is fucked up. And you guys came and hung out anyway. You are amazing and I love you. Thank you so much for the generous donations tonight. Cannot tell you how much I appreciate them. Jack.
Yes.
Is there anything you'd like to show out there today?
Yeah, Polly released a video that we did, the three of us from Comic Book Curation today, and it's up on his channel. I threw the link in chat if you want to go watch that.
Also, guys, hang on to that link or hang on to the channel link because they'll be over on Comic Book Curation tonight, sometime after 10ish, right?
Yeah, probably closer to 11. Usually, I think the earliest we ever start up is like 10:30.
There you go. We'll be on my channel tonight for Lords of the Night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. No game stream. Fuck me. Audience, thank you guys for coming. Jack, thanks for hanging out with me, man. Everybody, have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time.
Bye.